And also, on a side note, like there were some times where my Uppercut email, when it was new at the time, it was going to spam inboxes at some points. So reaching out to people on LinkedIn and be like, hey, I don't know if I ended up in spam. Like I've actually saved my butt several times.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
LinkedIn, underrated. It's a great industry tool.
Really good point there. All right. Well, in fact, they're all great points. And Chris, thank you for that summary and those key things that, devs should probably really take away from this. And as we get ready to close, I just want to first thank you so much for sharing your insight, those examples and everything else that you provided here in terms of what are really effective and good ways to build relationships with the media. But before we part, I would love it for you to share anything about you in terms of best way people can reach out to you or follow you or anything along those lines.
Sure. First and foremost, I guess my big plug is my podcast show, Procedural Conversation. There's currently no landing website for that, but you can subscribe to that show on any podcast app of your choice. It's a one-on-one talk show where we kind of talk shop like we just did now. But I'm very interested in niche gaming stuff and niche communities and kind of the unsung heroes of game development. So my first episode was with Victoria Tran, and I kind of just poked at her brain about community management. And our second episode came out recently, where it was me talking to my friend about what the heck a LARP is, live action role playing.
LARP. I thought you said LARC. I was like, that's LARP. Yes, live action role playing.
Yeah, and that was just intellectually stimulating to me. So it's really just it's my own version of almost like a Discovery Channel show where I'm just trying to figure out about other ways of life that are unknown to me.
I need to listen to that because I remember my first reaction when I heard that term too. I was just it was a summer camp, and then I got to witness a lot of LARP playing too. It was fun.
we get into that. We get into
awesome.
LARP summer camps.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of a drifter right now. I'm kind of questioning my place in the industry. I feel like everything I just described to you is almost like my swan song in a way, because I'm kind of really valuing where I want to be in my career and where I want to be in life. So I don't have a professional email address right now, but I am at ccompendio@gmail.com. My website is just it's just chriscompendio.com, and you can see all of my work, all my written work there, and
nice.
Links to my podcast and whatnot, and a little bio of me if you need to know more about me. I am on Twitter at Compenderizer, again, because I'm kind of reevaluating and not really sure how active I'll be, but that is where I am professionally. If you want to be super professional with me, you can find me on LinkedIn, Christopher Compendio. And I don't know, if you want to see selfies with me, I am at the real Chris Compendio on Instagram. Awesome. So those are all the places you can find me. Don't dare to look for me on Facebook because I don't use it.
Cool. So everyone, if you want to get in touch with Chris, these will all be in the show notes and everything. But more than just numerous ways that you can get into Chris, and even though just everything that he shared with us and his history and everything else is just he's clearly spot on with what he's doing and everything. And I'm just great. Chris, just super grateful that you were able to, again, be on the show, be with us, and really share all your learnings and experience with us, because I think it's really helpful and will provide indie devs with a much greater insight in terms of what they need to do to really develop these media relationships. So, again, thank you.
Thanks again for having me. This was really fun.
Hey, everyone, and thank you for listening to another episode of Indie Game Movement. I'm Andrew Pappas, your host, and the show's producer is Mustafa Price. A special thanks to Taisuke Kimura for creating the show's theme and Donnie Wilson for the logo design. If you enjoy and value the content, you can support us by visiting our Patreon, which is patreon.com/IGM podcast, and select the tier that meets your needs. Show notes for this episode can be found by visiting rengenmarketing.com/the number of this episode. Rengen Marketing is a consulting marketing company that helps indie devs with their marketing efforts. So if you're looking for helpful marketing content or marketing plan template for your current game, then please visit rengenmarketing.com. And as always, thanks for being such great listeners, and we'll see you next time on Indie Game Movement.